Alright guys, Ivan, back to the Cedar Co. So what we're going to do now, you're going to go through with your sponge carefully, because this part's kind of a pain. Very slowly, very carefully try and pull only the color from the highest point. So you're just very gentle. If you get scraps, that's a little too much almost. You mess up, just kind of do that like that. You can do a paint burn over the top. That's a lot more difficult. If you don't catch it in time, that's what you do. Since this is still slightly wet, we're just going to start pulling some of the color off that we just put on. Corners usually go down and then try and out, and then just tap it in. Again, over the tops. Switch your hand direction every now and then. You don't want any consistent wiping marks that you can see in the finish. Cool, I may not have to do a color burn. I don't mind doing a color burn, but it's time consuming. Maybe not a little bit, it's more time. I may end up doing one if it wants it brighter. You can see we're just kind of revealing the high spots on the texture. These corners are going to get wrapped. As they blend. Go through. You can see right there, especially. You can get a little aggressive if it's dried up on you. Be afraid to scrub it a little bit. You gotta be careful you don't pull too much. There's the color reveal right there. I'm just kind of thinking corners, anywhere around outlets, things like that. Dust and dirt and things are going to tend to collect. So if it's a little bit darker, it's okay. Work it into the color scheme. Remember, things collecting corners and where people's hands are at. Coming up in a couple of weeks, I will show you guys how to pour and do copper epoxy countertops. So stay tuned, because that one's going to be fun. Same project. Guys, turn me loose creatively. Told me what he wanted, and the second he figured out I could do colors, he was like, you go for it. Up like a little lighter. Yeah, we're going to put that up. Not gonna lie, I made this texture and this color scheme up on a honestly, the day that I started doing it, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, and then creatively I was just like, nah, I got this. That is the way it's supposed to be. So it does take some artistic ability, but it's buried in everybody. Alright, so the sponge is getting a little dirty. It's getting a little dry. Very, very, very carefully. Spray the wrong nozzle, which will reset it. A little bit of water. Don't do wipe this off of me because I don't care. That's paint knife. If you get a spot that's a little dry, you can spread some clean water on your wall and do it that way, but you have got to be careful because it goes from perfect to running and ruining really quickly. I'm going to show you guys how to do a faux finish on a wood door a couple weeks from now, or about a week or two hopefully. My door will be in. Less color. Get it quickly before it runs. It is pretty warm up here too. If you're actually living in a house, you're doing this, you can turn your AC up, keep it from drying so quick on you. I don't mind, I like working quickly. Alright, I'll spot over here, I'm gonna do real quick, probably off camera, but something I can't overstate enough is every now and then I just step like 10 feet back and just look. And you'll think you got everything on something, but then you'll find something like, oh, I need to blend that, or a little color here. live wire, so I don't want to get too crazy. I'm just basically no pressure at this point. I'm just glazing over the top and I'm burnishing it. Don't be afraid to try different color combos too. I mean, you don't want to go crazy, but a lot of different greens help. Alright, let's see if we can get you in a little closer. Make that out. Guys, this is Ivan over Oak and Cedar Company, and we'll be back here in a bit with the next steps.